Apple appears to be planning a major leap forward in smartphone photography. According to recent leaks, the upcoming iPhone 18 Pro Max could introduce some of the biggest camera upgrades Apple has ever tested. These changes may push mobile photography even closer to what professional cameras can achieve. Apple is reportedly experimenting with new camera technologies that could completely change how photos and videos are captured on an iPhone. One of the most exciting upgrades rumored for the iPhone 18 Pro Max is a built-in teleconverter camera system. This feature would significantly improve optical zoom performance. At the moment, most smartphones rely on digital zoom once optical zoom reaches its limit. Digital zoom works by cropping into the image and enlarging it, which often leads to blurry details and reduced image quality. A teleconverter system would allow users to zoom in while keeping the image fully optical. Optical zoom maintains sharpness, detail, and resolution because it uses real lens adjustments instead of software tricks. This means users could capture faraway subjects like wildlife, sports action, tall buildings, or distant landscapes with much better clarity. Even at higher zoom levels, photos would still look clean and detailed instead of soft or pixelated. However, adding this kind of zoom technology is not simple. Higher optical zoom usually allows less light to reach the camera sensor. When less light enters the lens, photos can appear darker and noisier, especially in low light conditions. Maintaining accurate colors, strong contrast, and sharp details at extreme zoom levels is a serious challenge. Apple will need to fine-tune both hardware and software to make sure image quality remains consistent. Another major upgrade Apple is reportedly testing is a variable aperture system. Most smartphone cameras today use a fixed aperture, meaning the lens opening never changes regardless of lighting conditions. A variable aperture would allow the camera to adjust how wide or narrow the lens opening is, depending on the scene. This would give the camera much more flexibility. In bright daylight, the iPhone could use a smaller aperture to capture sharper images with improved depth and detail. This would be ideal for landscape photography, outdoor portraits, and group photos. In darker environments, the camera could switch to a wider aperture, allowing more light to enter. This would help reduce noise and make night photos brighter and clearer. Variable aperture systems have been used in professional cameras for many years. Bringing this technology to a smartphone would be a big achievement. It would allow users to get better results in different lighting situations without manually adjusting settings or using external equipment. That said, fitting a variable aperture mechanism into a thin smartphone is extremely difficult. The system must be compact, durable, and reliable. It also needs to function smoothly over years of daily use without mechanical failure. Apple is known for being cautious with hardware changes, so this feature will only launch if it meets strict quality standards. Low-light photography is another area where the iPhone 18 Pro Max could see major improvements. Smartphone cameras often struggle in dark environments, producing photos that look grainy, blurry, or washed out. Night photography is one of the hardest challenges for mobile cameras. By combining a teleconverter lens with a variable aperture, Apple could significantly improve low-light performance. More light entering the lens along with better optical zoom would result in brighter and clearer photos. Night city shots, indoor portraits, and evening videos could look far more professional than before. Imagine capturing a nighttime city skyline with sharp buildings, balanced lighting, and natural colors. Or taking indoor photos at family gatherings without needing flash. These are the kinds of everyday improvements Apple seems to be targeting. Apple is also focused on reducing the need for digital cropping. Many users crop photos after taking them to focus on a subject, but this lowers image quality. The more a photo is cropped, the more detail is lost. With improved optical zoom and smarter image processing, users could zoom in properly before pressing the shutter. This would reduce the need for cropping later and keep images looking sharper and more natural. For content creators and photographers, this means better results right from the camera. Despite all this excitement, none of these features are officially confirmed yet. Apple tests new technologies for a long time before releasing them. If a feature does not meet Apple's expectations, it is often delayed until it works perfectly. The teleconverter system must deliver bright and consistent images, while the variable aperture must be reliable inside a slim phone body. If these goals are not met, Apple may push these upgrades to a future iPhone model. If everything comes together, the iPhone 18 Pro Max could become one of the best camera phones ever made. It could further close the gap between smartphones and traditional cameras. From casual users to photography enthusiasts, everyone would benefit from these powerful new tools. Based on current leaks, the iPhone 18 Pro Max is shaping up to be a major step forward for mobile photography. and it may redefine what a smartphone camera can truly do.